You want your rattle?
New toys for baby Ollie. His parents, Jessica and Michael Nealis, were hoping they'd also have a new home in time for his arrival. But one major financial obstacle stands in their way.
I'm looking at probably paying my loans until my son's in college, and he was born in November.
Michael is a high school science teacher and spends nearly half his monthly take-home pay on his student loans, which total $64,000. The family's high level of debt means they can't borrow money for a house.
The mortgage broker told me in no uncertain terms that he couldn't do anything for me as long as I had my student loan debt, which was a complete shock considering I worked through college, I had academic scholarship, I thought I did everything right. I got an education to be successful, to better myself, and the reality of it is I'm worse off than my peers.
The US housing market, an important part of the American economy, shows signs of recovering after a difficult recession, but slowly. One of the reasons the recovery is so slow is that first-time buyers aren't snapping up properties like this. They've historically been the bedrock of the US housing market, accounting for some 40% of total sales. That figure has now fallen to just 30%, and student loan debt is one of the key things holding younger people back from buying their first home. The cost of going to college has gone up substantially in recent years, mainly because of increases in tuition fees. Student loans are now the second biggest type of consumer debt in America after mortgages, overtaking car loans and credit card borrowing. The total amount of student debt nationwide has almost quadrupled in the last 10 years, ballooning from $253 billion in 2003 to over $1 trillion by the end of 2013.
Student loan debt is without question this big ticking time bomb that's impacting the marketplace. It translates to the entire economy and could dampen the pace of the U.S. economic recovery from where we were hoping it would go without this overhang of $1 trillion of debt hanging on these young people's backs.
For Michael Nealis, that debt makes it hard sometimes just to provide for his family. Although he hopes his college education will be worth the investment in the long term, the dream of home ownership seems a very long way off. Beth McLeod, BBC News, Philadelphia.